throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some space here. A big play there from McCaffrey. 66 yards for him on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Now it's the backup Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
20. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Again, Newton. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the
and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Titans nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 20.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
From the 17, Mariota got a man. It's Brown. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Newton now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun. 24 is the mic. All day.
Throwing again. Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the...
He's got a man, complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real... I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Check 43.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Throwing on second down. Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Mariota now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. And Walker has it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. Lewis will get the handoff. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there and says, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to get the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Mariota to throw it this time. He gets it to Brown, complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
To Adam Humphreys. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Third and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans have taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Tannehill going to throw for it, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. 17. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation late.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now Mariota. And it's caught. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.